The RWBY franchise has its first ever movie, and it's a crossover with the Justice League. Okay, we're here to talk about it on today's episode of BrobusCast RWBY Edition. Hey everyone, and welcome to a very interesting episode of BrobusCast. I'm your host, Brobuscus. With me today is Aidan.
Hello there, it is crossover time.
And Mate.
I was trying to think of something crossover related that's way for this, but I couldn't think of anything.
Alright. Good to know. So yeah, we've got a very interesting discussion for you today. Because we're not going to talk about an episode of the show yet. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, instead we're going to talk about a movie. It's the first time that's ever happened.
I know. And on our 25th episode as well.
Yeah, so, fitting we do something different for it. And you
Totally
think
intentional.
Totally intentional. And you think for RWBY's first ever movie, it'd be, I don't know, just some, I kind of expected something like the My Hero movies, they're just they feel like normal episodes, just longer, way longer. No, instead we're teaming up with DC characters. Because
if you had a nickel for every time that's happened, you'd have, free. Which, isn't a law, but it's weird it's happened thrice now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the first time it's happened in an animated form.
Yes, though there have been comics which, the first round of, crossover comics, this is very, very, very loosely based on.
Yeah, emphasis on the term loosely, but yes.
At least for some design aspects, at least for some of the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have read all those comics. Okay, the ones with the remnant versions of the Justice League, it's alright.
Yeah.
The ones with Team RWBY going into DC, yeah, I get varying degrees of enjoyment from it. Hate the first one.
Okay.
Understandable.
So, yeah.
For today is the crossover movie.
Yep.
Part 1 of the crossover movie. Even though this is kind of a full movie on its own.
Yes, so this is part 1. Part 2 will be out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, we have no clue when part 2 is going to be out. It's probably going to be talked about at RTX.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some glimpse of it at RTX. Because I think I heard that both the parts were worked on at basically the same time. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
That's what I've heard anyway. That could be someone lying to me. That could be misinformation. I don't know. But
I know it was worked on at the same time as Volume 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea how we're gonna do this because it's gonna be a bit of a weird one.
Do you guys want to do like a section of just like non-spoiler and then just talk spoilers, like?
Yeah, sure.
Gush about any scenes that we like.
Yeah, sure.
So I guess like timestamp for when we get to the spoiler section, or we'll give some kind of warning.
Right. So I guess the first thing that comes to my mind that we can talk about right now is the well, okay, we should probably like say like this movie is not entirely canon. It's a little weird. So it's officially dubbed canon adjacent. Similar to Ice Queendom, it's like it basically, to make a long story short, to make it simple, it's canon until it's not.
Yeah, basically.
It's canon until they're like, yeah, how about just no?
So basically, for now, we can scale Team RWBY to Wonder Woman.
There you go.
Alright, let's redo Blake versus Mikasa, but Blake gets the shattered god feet.
Blake just slices the sun in half.
Oh gosh.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I guess to like go over it real quick, to go over the story real quick, not spoilery, just based on what we saw in like the trailers and whatnot. Basically, the Justice League, those being Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, Green Lantern, Cyborg, and Vixen, they got transported into Remnant. They got turned into teenagers.
Which, I saw some people complain about that, and it's just like, there's an episode of the Justice League cartoon when they're turned into kids.
Yeah, well.
So, like... Okay.
Yeah, well.
It's also like, it's them going to like, at least as far as like it's shown, them going into the RWBY world. So it makes sense they kind of got like the RWBY character treatment.
Right. So yeah, it's basically
are a little weird, but
yeah. Well, I
you get used to them.
Yeah. Well, we'll go more in depth on those in a second. But yeah, basically they're just trying to figure out what's going on. They team up with Team RWBY and company, and they're basically trying to figure out how they got here and how they get home. It's a pretty simple story. Yeah. Bing, bang, boom. We're done. But okay, the outfits. I like most of them.
I think Flash's is definitely the weirdest for me.
Yeah, I'm not really into Flash's outfit.
Like some aspects of it are kind of like, I'm trying to think of his name from Young Justice. Sorry, my mind just blanking. Oh, there we go. Bart Allen from.
Oh, okay.
From from Young Justice, with like the visor and some aspects of the outfit. So it's kind of like that in a sense.
I will admit I kind of like the visor. Like I think it looks kind of neat. I don't know. I think the weird thing for me is like, and this goes for all of them mostly, but they had the designs from the comics, so I don't know why they don't just use them. It's like I know that those are the like basically what if the Justice League lived in Remnant? Like they're basically the Remnant versions of the Justice League. I get that. But this is the Justice League waking up in Remnant. Their designs already change. So why not just work with the ones you've already got? They have the perfect Flash design from the comics. I don't know why they don't use it.
In fairness, Superman's outfit in this is like almost identical to his one from the comics, except he
mostly
has, like, blue crowd. Except he has like a few minor details and like blue trousers.
Yeah.
Plus, like, some designs are touched up on a bit and honestly made better, I think. Like, Bruce having bat wings rather than bat ears.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Bruce's
cool,
look. I will say that. I love the way they did Bruce. He looks great. Like, Bruce and Clark have, like, my favorite designs in this entire movie.
Yeah.
I like Wonder Woman's the best, honestly.
Wonder Woman's is good, though. Like, I
Wonder Woman's is cool, too, yeah.
Better. Yeah, I think Wonder Woman's is better in this than it is in the comics.
I also warmed up on Jessica's look a whole bunch.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, I will say I didn't like Jessica's look at first, but it grew on me.
It grew on me as the movie went on. I was really surprised that they used.
Also, it helps that she's mad cute.
Yeah, she's mad cute.
I was surprised they used Jessica though as the Green Lantern rep.
I know, right? Like, why not go with like Hal or John?
Yeah, but after this movie, you know what? Not even going into spoilers. This movie made me give a crap about Jessica.
I know. No, Jessica's awesome. Like
Jessica
like,
was one of the highlights in this for me, and I'm like, I know a bit about DC stuff, but not much about Jessica. So
Same.
Like, I really enjoyed her in this.
Yeah, I will say I don't know much about Jessica, but if she acts anywhere near like this in the mainline comics, then I already love her. Like she is.
Then move over, Hal and Kyle. Wife is the life. There we go.
I mean, I still love Hal, but I mean, I'm just kind of I mean, as the movie went on, I was more accepting of it, but it's just like looking at it at first, and I had this with the comics as well, but like if you're gonna use Green Lantern and you're not gonna use Hal, arguably the most iconic Green Lantern out there, I would have thought the next best pick would have been John, but I guess not.
Or Kyle.
I mean, Kyle, I guess, yeah. John is more popular than Kyle, because like he's
Kyle's kind of like the forgotten middle child of the Green Lanterns.
Unless you're in the Death Battle fan base, in which case you want him to fight Simone the Digger.
Okay,
yeah.
Unless you're talking about
True.
Death Battle fans, they care quite a bit about Kyle.
They care quite a bit about Kyle.
Which
No.
Not
No,
Kyle
it's-
in any.
No. Kyle's cool. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it seem like we don't like Kyle. He's great, but
No, basically, with Death Battle fans, it was we care about Kyle because we want him to lose against this guy. Oh wait, he wins. Crap.
People still want it.
In fairness, that is a lot of the Death Battle fandom.
So true.
It's actually kind of funny then, because like they came up with that match because they wanted to see a DC higher up lose. But even after the general consensus started to lean towards him, they still want this match. So like,
Yeah, fair.
I mean,
So, like, I'm
Simone in Death
yeah,
Battle
it's like I'm glad that like for a fight that started off as spite, I'm kind of glad that it turned into something genuine. It also has a kick-ass commission track out of it.
Oh hell yeah, it does.
It's like I don't care where this matchup spawned from. I'm glad it exists for Will of the Drill.
Yeah.
But
Though as for the other designs, Vixen is okay. Like,
Vixen's fine. In general, Vixen's just kind of there. Like
yeah.
it's like I kind of get why she's.
It's
It's like I kind of get why they picked her because she's like she did have a pretty popular run with the Justice League to start. I guess I don't know. I just comparing it to the comics. Like the comics had Aquaman, so I don't know.
And in those comics, he has a thing for Blake.
Yeah, so I've heard. I haven't actually read the comics, so I have like no idea. But I've heard that much. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he tries putting the moves on her. Yang is not impressed.
I wonder why.
As for Cyborg, I think his is fine too.
Yeah, Cyborg is okay. Again, it's one of those things. Like I didn't really care for it at first, but as the movie went on, I'm like, sure, why not?
Plus, it helps like with how much personality the voice actors brought.
Yeah, we'll definitely be talking about that later. But yeah, I'm at least glad that they absolutely nailed the main three. You got Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. They're amazing.
Yeah.
I love their design so much. So yeah, and just in general, like their chemistry with the RWBY characters is,
and each other as well.
And each other, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will kind of admit, and I'll go more into this when we talk about the spoiler stuff. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of Cyborg's dynamic with Ren. That's just kind of me. That's just kind of a me thing. Like I don't know.
Fair enough.
I'll go more into it.
Considering what happens in the movie, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'll go more into it.
Yeah, we'll go into more later, but I thought the cyborg thing was a little weird at points.
Yeah. But okay, they're voice actors. Let's talk about that.
Oh yes.
Actually, screw it. Yeah. Okay, so.
Voice actors aren't spoilers, so we can go into detail of it in this section.
Right. I just wanted to make sure because we also have a few RWBY voice actors to talk about, and I wondered if we should lead into that somehow, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So okay, let's start. I guess just I'm on the RWBY wiki, so I'm making things up as I go, basically. But let's just start with Superman. Chandler Riggs is the voice of Superman.
Fantastic job.
Yeah, I like him.
As a fan of Chandler Riggs, I was really happy to see him get to do something that's like very different from the kind of roles that he's been in like in the past. Like he's most famous for being Carl in Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So getting to see him do like something that's like pretty different from what he's normally doing was quite good, and I think he did a pretty good job with Superman, or like a younger Superman anyway.
Right.
Yeah, and I think I remember seeing on his Twitter that he was super happy to have this role because, like, he's always wanted to voice in an anime and also voice a superhero.
So,
two birds with one stone.
Just gave him both.
There you go. But yeah, I loved him as Superman. Great job.
I just really like Superman in general in this, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. Okay, Batman. Nat Wolff.
Nat Wolff.
Is the voice of Batman.
I have never heard of him before this, but
Neither have I.
We have the same birthday, so I respect it.
Let's see.
He's like 8 years older than me, though, so.
I will admit there are times when I thought, not really the sort of voice I would expect Batman
he sounds
to have, but this is meant to be like a teenage Batman, and I compared it to what I remember from Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
It doesn't sound too far off of that. And Terry is Brewster's secret son and another Batman, so it's just like...
True.
Yeah, you know what? Like, yeah, that works.
Fun fact about him, though. He played Light in the live-action adaptation of Death Note.
Oh.
I don't know if I should say yay to that.
I mean,
in fairness, he's been in other stuff and he's been good in it, so...
Fair enough.
It was the fact that the production was bad, not the acting.
Okay.
But, like,
I actually have no idea. I've never watched it, but
just throwing this out there, he was in that alongside Willem Dafoe.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you know that Willem Dafoe was in that?
I did not, but then again, like I said, never watched it, so.
What's the name of?
Ryuk. He was Ryuk in that.
Are you serious? Okay.
Yeah,
I say
was Ryuk.
I say that as if I know anything and everything about Death Note, which I don't.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I mean, I know who that is. Like, I know who that character is, but yeah. Anyways, he was okay. He was a good. It was a good performance. It's just kind of weird to hear a bit of a younger voice out of that voice basically coming out of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
That just kind of threw me off.
There are a couple of scenes where it's a bit higher pitched.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a little weird at times, but then again, they've been made into teenagers, so maybe this is when, his bats hadn't descended from the cave.
Damn it. Okay, well, enough of that. Let's move on to Wonder Woman. Natalie Allen Lind, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Have you heard of her? No? Good, because I haven't either.
She's been in a few things, but I can't remember. I think they've been mainly, like, minor characters, from what I can tell from her IMDb page.
I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, same.
Like, she was in,
she was in Gotham.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's funny, she's in Gotham.
Yeah, she was also in, Wizard of Waverly Place. The old, like, Disney show.
Wow, she's in a bunch of shows for only one episode. Oof.
Yeah. But still, I think she did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah, I like her as Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's just funny because, like, watching the movie again is like I knew it wasn't anybody. I knew I hadn't heard of this voice actress before, but it's like, man, it's like I feel like I've heard that voice before, but clearly I haven't. So, but it's like she just sounds like someone, I don't know, like she sounds like a character I've heard before, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah.
I get ya.
Okay, I guess Flash. This one doesn't even, this guy doesn't even have a page on this wiki. Oops. David Arrigo Jr. I think that's how you say that. A lot of people I've never heard of in this movie. I'm noticing.
Which I kind of like about it, to be fair, because I like it when it's not always just like big mainstream like voice actors.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, here we go. He was
in the
Phineas and Ferb the movie, Candace Against the Universe.
Oh, cool.
Oh, he was in that. That's a TV series, not the movie. Trollstopia.
He was in Pokemon as
additional crew for Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
He's in Shin Megami Tensei 5. So there's
He's
that.
also in Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Yu-Gi-Oh! Art 5. With some minor characters, so. Also, much like Superman's voice actor, he was in The Walking Dead, but he was in a video game.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead.
All Walking Dead actors.
Yeah.
Interesting. Man, I'm looking at his design again, and I still don't like it. All right, let's move on.
Cyborg?
Sure, I was gonna do Green Lantern next, but sure, Cyborg. True Valentino is the voice of Cyborg.
I really like his voice as Cyborg.
Yeah, he's neat.
He was also in, he plays Cuphead in the Netflix Cuphead show.
Wow.
So there was a TV series called Spidey and His Amazing Friends. He played Black Panther.
Yeah, I could see that.
And he was also in the Fast and the Furious Spy Racers game.
Wait, he's in the Henry Stickmin collection? What? Seriously? That's... Alright. I mean, cool. But still, I like the Henry Stickmin collection, but at the same time, like, I see that on his resume, I'm just like, okay, alright.
No, he's in that Trolls thing too.
Huh. So a lot of trolls in Walking Dead.
And a thing called Ridley Jones, apparently.
Huh.
Yeah, I think I saw someone else on this earlier, but I don't remember. But anyways, yeah, he was all right. I dig it.
Yeah.
Okay, Green Lantern. I think this one I actually have a little bit more to say on it. Yeah, Johnny Torado.
She has been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
She was Pan in the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie.
Oh, neat!
Yeah, she's Android 21 as well in Dragon Ball Fighters.
She's also the female voice for Byleth from Fire Emblem.
Huh.
And for the audience that watches my channel, that's not gonna be watching this video, she's the voice of Widowmaker in the Widowmaker versus Black Widow.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, definitely had a bit more to talk about there.
Oh, she was in Red vs. Blue.
Oh, was she?
Really? Who was she in Red vs. Blue?
Destiny.
Oh.
It's got to be some like that's probably some like season 15 through 17 character I don't remember. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Wow, she is in a
in
lot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He was,
Yeah,
he was
I'm
also
still
Jim in
scrolling
Megami
through,
Tensei
IMDb.
5 too. So,
So
there's another Shin Megami Tensei actor.
Oh, she was in Keijo.
but she's in DR3 as who?
She was in One Piece as well, huh?
And Ace Attorney.
Okay, hold on.
Street Fighter 5. Oh, she did additional voices in Attack on Titan Junior High.
Oh, did she? That's cool.
Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Okay, that's freaking name. Katomi Ikuda in Danganronpa 3.
Oh, she's in Smite as well.
Huh. She's in Disgaea 6 as well, apparently.
She's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Who are you? Man, it's been a hot minute since I've seen DR3, so I don't recognize this character. Cool. Okay, basically, yeah. Long story short, she's in a lot of crap, and yeah, I think she's awesome as Jessica.
She's definitely a standout in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna gush about a particular scene. I think you know the one.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Helps that
Also,
helps that her
didn't
character
mention
is
this
mad cute.
Oh, yeah. We didn't mention this before as well. David also plays another RWBY character, actually.
Oh yeah, he's a guard that shows. I guess this is fine to talk about since it was a clip officially posted, so this is fine. Yeah, he was a guard at Menagerie.
Yeah.
Oh.
that gets like knocked out almost immediately, because that's how things are.
I mean, to be fair, like random guard versus literal Wonder Woman.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, then last but not least is Vixen. And okay, this voice actress has a very unpronounceable name. Ozioma Akaga? Sure, we'll go with that.
Let's see. Okay, so she's in Saints Row, Rugrats, Marvel's What If.
Wait, who is she in What If? Oh, she's Shuri, isn't
Shuri.
she? Yeah, I thought I saw that before.
Wasn't she also Alice in Volume 9? Or am I thinking of a different voice actress?
You're thinking of someone else.
She's Bumblebee in Teen Titans Go.
Oh, okay. She is. She does play a character named Alex, but it's in Half-Life. So.
Oh, okay, that was probably it. Because I remember googling who played Alex, and then it came up with her name. So I guess it was just a different Alex.
If you guys ever watched Two Broke Girls, she's in one episode of that.
Huh.
But anyways, I'm not gonna lie. Watching this, both her voice and her appearance kind of gives me Harriet vibes.
Bit of her personality too.
I can see that.
Little bit. And that's really all I gotta say on that matter. Like it's fine, but again, it's just one of those things where it's like, Vixen doesn't do a whole lot in this movie, so it's like.
Yeah, but what she does and just the performance given, like,
yeah,
you definitely look back and just be like, yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed Vixen in this.
Yeah, she's neat.
Plus, to be fair, with like all the different characters, they had to balance getting like screen time for, one, like obviously one unfortunately did have to take a bit of a backseat, but who knows? Maybe Vixen will have like a more prominent role to play in part 2.
Yeah, because that's the thing to remember. It's just like this film has part 1 in the title, so
yeah, you're right.
There's gonna be at least one more.
Yeah, you're right. As for the RWBY side of things, unsurprisingly, pretty much all of their voice actors return to reprise their roles. Although there is one
We'll do
that
a great job as always.
yeah, though there is one that does stick out, and it really only sticks out because we haven't discussed Ice Queendom yet.
Oh right.
And that is Glinda. Glinda shows up in this movie. And she is not voiced by Kathleen like she is in volumes 1 through 3. Unsurprising, I know. Instead, and again, I apologize if I get this name wrong. Tiana Camacho, sure, we'll go with that. Takes her place instead, and I swear, I feel like I see her pop up in a lot of stuff recently.
Okay, so she's in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yes, she's in Transformers Earthspark. That's fun.
Pokemon Journey, she plays Bee. You know, that one fighting type gym leader everybody loves from Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
She is actually in Wonder Woman Heartless, which is a podcast series. She's the narrator in that, so. That's neat.
Yeah.
Oh, she played that Butterfree in Star Squad.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's fun.
Also, this is another fun thing as well. If we can find it. She plays in a game called Damn You, Roland Ruby.
Okay.
So replace the Roland, and it's the Glinda voice actress playing in a game called Damn You, Ruby.
All right. Let's see. She's in Smite. She's in Fire Emblem Heroes. She's in Marvel Avengers Academy. I think I saw her name pop up during Street Fighter 6's cast. I could be wrong. Hold on. Let me check.
Oh, yeah. Lily.
That's it, yeah.
Which is currently in development.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yep, so sure enough. Well, I just wasn't looking hard enough. Cool. Yeah, it's like I said, I feel like I see her name pop up in so many things nowadays. It's interesting.
Good for her. Good that she's getting more work in the industry.
Yeah. It's like I saw her...
Hopefully with how things go in Volume 9, by the end of Volume 9, maybe Glenda will show up in future volumes again.
Maybe. I mean, now they have no reason to not bring her back. Like, they have the model, they have the voice actress, like...
There's, no reason, also, the call to arms and everything.
Yeah, it's like at this point, there's no reason not to.
Plus, I really want to see
aside from just, someone's gonna still try and make Beacon inhabitable again.
Yeah, I suppose so. But I really want to see the Ozpin Glinda reunion.
Oh yeah, imagine that. Oh yeah, and she's a good Glinda. I guess we didn't really talk about that, but yeah, I like her as Glinda.
Yeah, same.
She sounds similar enough, but still somewhat different.
Yeah.
There's a bit more of an accent on her this time around. I don't know if that's a thing in Ice Queendom as well. It's been a while since I've seen it, but
don't know if you guys have heard this, but you know who originally auditioned to play Glenda and what they were gonna do?
What?
No.
Erin Zek.
Oh, really?
Oh.
And she was gonna, but the idea was to play her with an Australian accent.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Wow.
But, yeah, that didn't happen, and Aaron was Blake.
Better off, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think, if I remember right, Lindsay also auditioned for Blake and Pyrrha.
That much I did hear. Okay, I didn't hear about Pyrrha, but I did hear that she did audition for Blake.
Wow, that would have made Black Sun make more sense.
A little bit, maybe. So yeah, that's basically all the voice cast. Anyone else we could talk about? Chances are, I mean, we probably already have at some point.
There's one more person we can talk about, but that's kind of spoilerish.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so we'll wait on that. This this film also has a really good score.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's neat.
There's no vocal tracks or anything like that, but I enjoyed a lot of the instrumental music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Particularly the one I don't know, this was also a part of an official clip revealed, so I don't really think it's too much of a spoiler to say this.
Okay, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. The certain piano one.
Yes.
Really,
Yeah.
really liked that one.
That was great.
Okay, not just the music, but just the freaking pianist in that scene
Right.
stole the show, despite the fact he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
He better be in the show proper. I demand him to make an appearance.
Oh, please.
But yeah, the guy who did the music for this has been on other Rooster Teeth properties before. It's not like they got some. Yeah, it's not like they got some guy. Like, they've worked with this guy before.
Can you just imagine it though? like the pianist, like while like Oscar, Ren, Nora, and like Emerald and Winter are like fighting the Grim and Vacuo, he just pulls out like a guitar and then.
Yeah, a lot of red versus blue. I'm noticing, like that. Lots of composer credits on red versus blue. So that's neat.
Also, the animators, like, once again, did a great job with this.
Yeah. Yeah, they do good work.
Oh, totally.
I will admit, a little bit of it did feel a little weird, especially on Nora.
Yeah.
Like Nora's animations in this are a little odd, but they're not too bad.
I think specifically, I can speak. I think specifically, they did a really good job with Flash's combat.
Yeah.
Because, like, animating super speed in a way that, like, it's fast, but like, you can still, like, follow the movements is not an easy thing to do, so I think they did a good job of that.
Yeah, I can totally agree with that.
Yeah. I guess we didn't really talk about that. All the Justice League have actual weapons. Which I'm like, I mean, okay, cool, but at the same time, why?
I like Superman's hammer.
Yeah.
I think the hammer's a little goofy.
If I had a nickel for every time a crossover gave Superman a hammer, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which, isn't weird. Which isn't much, but, it's weird it's happened twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how
Plus,
things are.
One of those hammers was Mjolnir.
Yeah, true.
In this crossover, we have someone who's based on Thor.
Yeah.
So, kind of a weird connection there.
A little bit.
Plus, as well, like, a hammer that size is kind of like can be used as like a farm tool, or like a.
I guess.
For, like, building stuff. Clark's a farm boy. Also, technically, it looks a little bit like, kind of like a gavel hammer, and he stands for truth, justice, and the American way.
I know full about that, actually.
It's so goofy.
It's goofy, but honestly, when you look at it that way, I get it. Fits.
I guess.
But there are some people's weapons, like Vixen's is just like a regular sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although,
I suppose you could count like her necklace as her weapon.
But she doesn't have it for most of the movie.
Yeah. For like the majority of the film, she just has like a scimitar.
Yeah. And then like Flash has like a staff, spear thing.
Which I didn't really get, but they did some cool stuff with it, so I'm fine with it.
I guess. Yeah.
I
guess, in
one
the
aspect I will point out, but I guess we're saving that until spoiler section.
Probably a good idea.
Maybe.
Did Batman even have a weapon?
He did not.
No, he just had his bat wings. That was his weapon.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Because I was trying to think back to it. Like, I don't remember him ever like throwing like a batarang or having anything in particular.
Which is super. Okay, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, that is super weird. Like, of all the people they give weapons to,
Actually, now you say it.
It's like, of all the people they give weapons to, they don't give one to Batman, the guy who's basically like freaking James Bond when it comes to gadgets.
The weird thing is, as well, his outfit has a utility belt. But,
yeah.
like, he never takes anything out of it.
So odd.
Though, to be fair, if you give the guy with no powers, he wants to use the powers. I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but at the same time, it's like, again, it's like they give Superman a dorky-looking hammer. They give Flash a spear for basically no reason. They give Vixen a random screw-off sword. It's like they don't give anything to Batman. It's like that's just I don't know. I just thought that was confusing.
Yeah. I think in
Um,
the comic he had a sword.
no, in the comics he had a freaking bat axe. It was so cool.
Yeah,
Oh, he did? Okay.
it's like a double-bladed axe, and the blades are the Batman symbol.
Oh, okay, that is cool. Okay, yeah, I want to see that in part 2 if we can. So it would
It'd be neat, but I don't know if we are going to.
I know.
Probably not.
Plus, it would be very weird. It would be very weird if Batman like goes, "Hey guys, I know I didn't use this last time, but I have this cool axe. I'm gonna start using it now."
Can I ask you a question?
May I excuse myself?
Good grief. I'm trying to find a good enough shot with this thing, or scan with it, I guess, in this case. You know what? You'll do.
Cyborg's weapon was interesting though.
Cyborg's weapon is literally a drone.
Yeah.
It's...
Which I have questions about, but we'll get into that in spoilers. And
yeah.
he also just kind of uses like his own abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like aside, oh, that's okay. Yeah, that is really cool. Sorry, I just saw a picture of the bad axe. But to be fair with the Cyborg, like he gets like enhanced strength from his robot parts, and like most of the stuff he uses he can do in like actual canon, except for the fact he doesn't have like Mega Man laser cannon arms.
Yeah.
I think he does he can like control drones and stuff. Like he has like drones in his body he can like shoot out. I think Cyborg has those in some comic runs, but I'm blanking on that at the moment.
Yeah, but then there's a it's at the end of the movie. We'll talk about it in the spoilers that I want to bring up.
Right. I guess it's just a little weird to me that you know, for someone who's very heavy on technology, like the most he gets is his is this random drone that he's never had before.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, he does use it in some pretty neat ways, but it's still just like, huh, okay. I mean, they do kind of like excuse it as like the tech in Remnant is not quite what he's used to or something like that. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird explanation, but still, I guess a weird explanation is better than no explanation at all. So like,
I think
Well, I mean that and
like spoiler stuff.
yeah.
I mean that too, but still. So trying to think of something else.
I think that's kind of everything that's not a spoiler.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think of something else, and I can't.
I mean, non-spoiler stuff. I would just say like this film is just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're probably gonna get more out of it if you're a RWBY fan.
Compared to a DC fan.
Probably.
But
Yeah.
like, if you like DC and you like RWBY, you will have a fantastic time.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe part 2 will be more DC centered. I don't know.
Maybe, who knows?
I mean, watch. I don't know. Like, watch part 2 be in DC style instead.
That would be cool.
I'll be down for that. Just don't use the stupid costumes that Team RWBY have in those comics.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm good. Yeah, I've seen those costumes.
Looks like a discount Wonder Woman villain, and Blake looks like she ordered a Catwoman cosplay from eBay, but it showed up and it was shit.
Yes.
Yeah, like I saw those outfits. I'm not a fan of them.
Ruby and Weiss look okay, but it's like still a bit weird.
It's like the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Or I guess the two lessers of four evils.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, I feel like you don't really need to... I get why the comic did it, because, the comic is just kind of them doing their own thing, but, I feel like you don't really need to change Team RWBY's outfits.
No.
I'd just be down for seeing them in that art style.
Yeah, just change the, just have them in that art style, and that's basically all you need.
I don't know if they do, an animated art style, or if they'll do what they did with, Super Sons. If any of you guys know that, movie. Where it was kind of, 3D animated in a similar style to RWBY. And it was
Hmm.
They might do something like
that. Do that.
I mean, I don't know, because they pump out, straight to DVD films basically every year, and they're all in, different styles, so,
so, maybe.
I guess it just depends on what team work, on what they want to do.
I guess, yeah.
What should be in Camp's animation style?
That'd be a twist. I don't know, I guess my thought was because I think if my memory serves me right, I think we heard about this movie around the same time as the Injustice movie came out, which used the same art style as the straight to DVD Mortal Kombat movies. So I was so I was thinking when I saw this was announced, I was are they going to do just the regular RWBY style, or are they going to do something like that style? And then they came out with then they came out with and was oh yeah, by the way, this is part 1. I was oh well, okay.
Obviously, no disrespect to the animators that work on those. I didn't do that style, but I'm not too big on it personally.
I don't mind it. It works better for the Mortal Kombat movies than it does the Injustice one.
Oh yeah, it does, but just I don't know. Sometimes characters just look very blocky and very stiff with that style.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I mean, I'm just picturing well, part 1 was in RWBY's world, and I guess part 2 is maybe in the Justice League's world. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, maybe.
So okay, I guess that's done. I guess we're done with the non-spoiler stuff. So from here on out, this video is not spoiler free. So
spoilers ahoy! So if you don't want to hear about the Superman Batman sex scene in the movie, just click away now. I will just say they made it tasteful by using the bat wings as censoring.
They did, but it got interrupted halfway through. We never really saw the conclusion to that scene, which I was a bit disappointed with. If you're gonna start it and take that brave step, why interrupt it halfway through,
So anyways, yeah, so all this talk we had about, they're in RWBY's world, they're in Remnant. Yeah, that was a big fat total lie.
All the Matrix.
It was all the Matrix. I mean, pretty much.
With even Team RWBY waking up in pods essentially at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this takes place for them around Volume 7.
Yeah, this. I'm imagining this is during their. It's kind of the same thing as Arrow fell. It kind of takes place during the whole Huntsman montage.
Okay, I know this isn't gonna happen, but how funny would it be if this takes place in the a canon adjacent timeline directly after Arrow fell? And it's just oh, we just dealt with all that shit last week. Now we've got this.
Well, I mean,
There
the
are
way
other
this.
worlds? Like, what?
Well, I mean, the way they set it up was like they were going into this like simulation for like a training mission or something.
Yeah.
But as it turns out, someone from Remnant and the very popular Flash villain that everybody has heard of, don't lie, you've heard of him, Kilgore.
Who?
It was the one voice actor we didn't talk about.
Yeah, it's the same guy who played Cyborg, by the way.
Yeah.
And he's okay, but he only talks by himself for like 2 minutes.
5 lines.
Like 5 lines basically. Because throughout this entire movie, like if you watch it, you start to notice that like the way they portray Flash is a little strange.
Which I like. They didn't make it too obvious, but like if you go back and watch it again, you kind of realize like all the different hints that Kilgore was possessing Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's like I saw
some... kind of a big hint was when they were just talking about like who could have done this? Brainiac? And I can't remember the name of the
Vandal Savage.
Vandal Savage.
Yeah. And then Flash is like, what about Kilgore? Could have been him.
And then
Just
everyone's like, everyone's like, nah, no way. There's no way it could be him.
He's not smart enough to do something like this.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like in the trailer, like they had the scene, like they had the scene where like Jean and Yang are making fun of the names Batman and Superman, and Flash comes in behind them and is like, yeah, I know, right? I'm like, that's.
I want to say something about that scene. What, like, Batman and Superman are not the most like out. Like, no one mentions Wonder Woman being an out there name as well. It's like Wonder Woman is just as bad as Superman and Batman, if we're being real.
Yeah.
How weird it sounds.
I mean, just wait until they're in the DC universe and they hear of Condiment King.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Or
He better
Captain
be the...
Boomerang.
Can't be worse than Captain Cold. Who, to be fair, I guess, who, to be fair, is the best character ever. So like, whatever. But still,
But yeah, with the Flash Kilgore thing, I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, but it's like I saw the
very, like minor part.
Yeah, but it's like I saw that scene in the trailer and I'm like, that's a little bit of a weird line from Flash. But I just kind of wrote it off as like kind of like weird derpy writing. I was just kind of like, oh, okay. And then,
it was kind of funny.
I mean, it was funny, but it's just like I was like, I don't know. It just didn't feel Flash to me. Well, then again, nothing about this feels Flash to me. But you know what? We're done with that. But now with context of the movie, I'm like, oh well, okay, it was Kilgore the entire time. Good to know.
Yeah. Who like, and we find out that Kilgore kind of made this whole like simulation world. And he was
the help of whoever from Remnant it was.
Let's be real, it's Arthur Watts, right? Like, I'm not crazy. I'm not going crazy, am I? That's just straight up Arthur Watts, right?
Yeah,
I have two candidates.
Yeah, me and Mate were talking about this before. They're like, Arthur Watts is like the most likely candidate because this is like Volume 7A time. He is in Atlas.
Yeah.
He is like very big with tech. There's another candidate that it could potentially be.
This would be the bigger twist. Dr. Molo from Grim Eclipse.
Oh, okay. That would be a twist. Yeah, I mean, I guess that works.
Which
yeah,
it
sure.
also like explains some things as well because he specifically has beef with like Team RWBY and Juniper.
Right.
Whereas like if it was want to trap more people in the world rather than just those.
I wouldn't want to also trap Ironwood.
Yeah, trap
That's
Ironwood,
true.
Pietro. possibly Oscar as well.
And Penny.
And Penny. Which, obviously, the reason they probably didn't all appear in this, because, like, that'd be too many, like, main focus characters.
Right.
But, like, but that could give it a reason, like, in canon, because, like, Dr. Merlot has, like, specific beef with Juniper and Ruby, because they foiled his plans.
Huh. Interesting. That'd be fun. I'd be down to bring him back, sure.
Yeah. The only thing I think maybe they wouldn't do this is because, like, then a lot of people who haven't played Grim Eclipse would just be like, who the fuck is this?
Basically.
Well, to be fair...
Again, everyone was like that for Kilgore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Which,
look,
like you said, yeah.
When I was watching this movie, I never heard of Kilgore before this. Hell, I've heard of Captain Boomerang before Kilgore.
I only knew of Kilgore because, like, one lore video I listened to in the background while, like, studying at one point, and then I also read, like, one comic where he was in it as, like, a villain.
Yeah.
Like, I basically forgot he existed until he was mentioned. I was like, oh yeah, he is a thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does exist.
It's like, it's like, when I watched this movie, I was like, I feel like I've heard that name before. It's like, I probably heard it through, like, passing, because you know how many DC conversations I'm in. So...
I just thought it sounds really similar to Folwar.
Well, it's funny, because there is a Kilgore in Killer Instinct.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
There are quite a few characters called Kilgore.
Okay, Death Battle idea. Kilgore versus Kilgore.
There you go.
There you go.
My money's on Kilgore.
There you go.
Like, I think DC's Kilgore isn't actually spelt like Kilgore, like Kilgore.
Yeah, there's a
No, it's not.
sign in there.
Yeah. So I guess that's
Which
what
makes no freaking sense, but okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing. I guess because, like, robot.
Beep boop beep does not compute.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah. And the cyborg thing I was gonna bring up, like, by the end of the movie is just like, once Kilgore is defeated, he actually has a better hand on, like, the technology and just, like, the world when they realize it's a simulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, Kilgore has been, like, managing the simulation. He's summoning the Grim. The Grim aren't actually Grim. They're, like, I guess, like data illusions? Holograms?
I guess. I don't know. Although these Grim can absorb dust and shoot lasers. Because, you know, of course they can.
Which is kind of inconsistent because there's several, like, parts of the fights in this film where, like, characters shoot dust bullets at the Grim and they get hurt by it.
Yeah.
Which isn't, like, a major thing. I just, like...
I think it's more so, like...
I
think it might be more so, like, elemental dust. Because, like, they absorb, like, fire and ice, so... I don't know. Maybe regular bullets don't... Maybe regular bullets don't count. I don't know.
I guess so, but they are technically made of dust, which is why, like, during some scenes I'm like, why do you keep on shooting them? But, like, it seemed to work, so, you know.
I guess, you know. Whatever works, I guess. Oh, and also, we mentioned that Glinda shows up in this. Well, also, so does Ozpin, Oscar, Collie, Jacques, because, you know, everyone likes him.
Which I think he gets more lines in this than he did for the entirety of Volume 8.
Yeah, you're probably right. And also, surprise, is Pyrrha.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
If I had a nickel for every time illusion
okay, alright. Alright, that's enough.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so...
Am I wrong, though?
No, you're not wrong at all, but at the same time, I think we've hit our quota.
Yeah, the thing I was gonna say, when Pyrrha showed up, and just that whole thing with her and John.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, I started crying.
Yeah. Poor John, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, they went and made that creepy.
Of course they did. You know, they can't bring back. They just apparently it's just impossible for them to bring back Pyrrha in this art style, and not have it turn out to be a bad thing.
In fairness, Pyrrha's voice actress did say that she'd like Pyrrha to come back evil. So she kind of
true.
As like a grimified version of herself.
I know, but like technically she got what she was asking for, what she wanted, you know?
Ish.
Yeah, twice.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird. It happens.
And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it.
I would just like Jean to have closure, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of view Pyrrha in this as kind of, I guess wasted potential isn't like the right term, but I don't know. I was kind of disappointed with it. Yeah, missed opportunity. It's like I kind of liked the idea of like, I don't know, like bringing Pyrrha into this as like a I know everything, follow me, like why, like how they were building her up at first, like yeah. By the way, I know I'm supposed to be dead, but also I'm here now, and I know what you need to do, so follow me. Like I kind of wish they rolled with that.
Yeah.
Honestly, with how things were going in the movie, because we knew that Pyrrha was gonna show up.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, and with the clips that came out, I was just like, oh, so everyone's memory is gonna get messed up. So, oh no.
Like I actually think it would have been a better twist if it was Kilgore as Pyrrha the entire time.
Yeah, maybe.
Like Pyrrha was with Team Juniper, and then they all like their memories were messed with, and they all think Pyrrha's alive, and then slowly they realize, oh wait, Pyrrha died, and then that's when it's revealed that like Kilgore's been here. Like, I still think that it was good with what they did because it led to some good scenes with John and Jessica, but like still, I think that maybe would have been a cooler thing to do, in my opinion.
Yeah,
maybe. Speaking of Jean and Jessica, oh my god, their scenes!
I know. They are adorable.
I know.
So cute.
Because like John was like the only one.
Legitimately heartwarming.
Yeah. John was like the only one that like wanted to like help Jessica to start with like getting her ring back, and then helped her with her like panic attacks and anxiety, which was, you know, that hit like close to home. Like seeing her like having to like struggling to like cope with everything, and like feeling like she needs the ring in order to make her special, but then she realizes she doesn't need it. Like, I don't know, I thought that was very well done.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And how she also went to help John as well when he was like, because like even though John knew everything was an illusion, he still had that hope in him.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, because like there's Pyrrha right there.
Yeah, and like there's a chance that this is like maybe not Pyrrha's alive again, but like Pyrrha's here now.
Yeah, she gets to help us, at least until we figure out what's going on.
Yeah, we get to see her again, and then it's just revealed to be an illusion, and he's absolutely devastated.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, before we move on to a particular Jessica moment, I really want to gush over. I just want to throw out, like, when I was going like, oh no, about the whole like Pyrrha thing. My thought was just like, oh, they're gonna remember that she died.
Yeah. Like she's gonna be with them the entire time, and they're just gonna like they're gonna like eventually piece together like, wait, aren't you supposed to be dead though? It's like they're like I can imagine throughout the entire movie it's like they're like Pyrrha's just there and nobody nobody bats an eye over it. It's like oh yeah, no, Pyrrha's just here now. Like isn't she
so
great?
They start getting their memories back, and it's like,
yeah.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so the Jessica scene we've got to talk about. Sorry. The moment she starts reciting
yes!
The oath.
Dude,
Like,
that caught me so off guard.
Chills.
Yeah, she delivers a fantastic Green Lantern oath.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Like, Green Lantern oaths are one of one of the coolest things you can do for like a power up moment,
Yeah.
or like a cool moment in like any like media with Green Lantern in it, and they did such a good job with it.
Yeah. Man, Rooster Teeth does a second Green Lantern oath that's equally awesome.
I honestly think Jessica did it better.
I think so too.
I disagree, but to each his own.
I mean, Hal's was really cool.
Hal's was cool and probably in the cooler moment, but I think Jessica's was more impactful for me personally.
I think in terms of like an arc or like a character moment.
Then yeah, sure, yeah, that's easy,
Yeah,
Jessica.
Like,
but
in terms of like pure badassery, I'd say Hal's is like slightly better for me,
yeah,
or like slightly cooler. But like as a character moment, Jessica easily.
Like Hal's Green Lantern oath is honestly one of my favorite line reads in that entire episode. And that's saying something. There's quite a bit of competition in that regard. But obviously, like for a character moment.
For me, nothing beats Way Big's "Ew, I stepped in loser" because that just feels so Ben 10.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because like when that episode was coming out, and like everyone was like talking about it and discussing it, and everyone kept reciting. It's like everyone kept like either reciting like the Ben 10 theme or saying, it's hero time, and I'm like, is no one gonna give respect to the Green Lantern oath because it's genuinely pretty awesome.
Look, I respect the Green Lantern oath, but man literally stood on my childhood. So like it was a cool moment. I'm not one of those people that like hate it because Hal beat Ben, but like it hurt, man.
Fair, I guess.
Me too.
But anyway, back to RWBY.
Yeah. Okay, trying to think. I guess just to go over there, like the sort of like chemistry and relationship between each of the characters. I guess let's start with RWBY and Superman. They're great. I love them.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Superman in this because they kept him grounded. He still was able to be a leader without like upstaging RWBY or like coming off as a dick for like taking charge all the time. Because even though like characters reacted badly to him giving orders, he was never like, well, like F you for like responding to him. Like he was respectful. He gave advice to RWBY. He did his job. He took responsibility for the mistakes that he made. It was pure peak Superman, and I was very happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like what they did with Superman here.
I really liked his whole pep talk with RWBY about leadership.
Yeah.
He was basically the big brother that RWBY never had.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Especially at the scenes where like RWBY was copying him, like when he walks out to Flash, crosses his arms,
Oh yeah.
and then RWBY looks at him, then looks at Flash, and then crosses her arms, mimicking him.
It's like
I laughed at that.
It's like, oh, this guy's doing it. He seems to know what he's doing. Oh.
We need to talk. Yeah, we need to talk.
Yeah. Then, like, Wonder Woman had her moments with Blake and Yang, and the entire scene on the dropship was great. It's like I'm kind of with Yang when I see Wonder Woman like try to fly up and hit her head on the ceiling. Like Yang's just sitting there like trying her damnedest not to laugh.
Meanwhile, my eyes just drawn at Blake, going, "So how's it going?"
I like Wonder Woman's response, like, yeah, it's going so well. It's like I'm I'm having a great time. Can you tell?
I love not being able to use my powers normally. It's great.
It's fantastic. Although to be fair, if Wonder Woman thought she had it bad, then man, wait till Bruce tells her what happened while he was in prison.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, I really want to comment on just the whole like thing going on with Blake, Yang, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Because like in Osborn's office, well, Diana lifts up a 14-year-old boy, and Yang is all, whew, she is very strong. I'm pretty sure the rest of you guys could do that too, but okay.
Yeah, I like how Blake's just like, and?
She's just very strong is all, you know, like,
I'm just pointing out what we're all thinking. Like,
yeah, I think jealous Blake is just funny.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not like a toxic jealousy or anything, or like,
No.
the anime cliche of like, how dare you look at other people slap. It's like, it's fun. They play around with it.
Yeah.
But also, once
And
again,
it's
it's funny. Like once again, like even in a canon adjacent movie that probably doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, Yang Xiaolong still bad at relationships. Like, it's funny because like it's funny because this is before the B confession in their timeline.
Yeah.
So even though they really aren't, like, I totally forgot how not subtle they are about it.
Yeah, when Blake saw, yeah, we didn't really get along at first. Now,
yeah,
they
they just stop.
look at each other and blush.
Yeah, it's
Or
like
this scene where like Blake slides down the ship and is like, "Oh, you need to do this maneuver," and then
Yeah.
Yang's not sure about it, and then Blake says, "Trust me," and they like put their hands up against the glass together, and they give each other like a look.
yeah, it's like, man, it's like it's funny because like now like we're in the moment where like they're actually in a relationship together, but I'm just like remembering them like trying to like be super subtle about it. It's like the writers were just trying to be like, yeah, they're not in a relationship, at least not yet. Maybe they will be in the future, and they just kept like poking at you. It's like, but it's like at this point they're like, guys, you're not subtle. Just do it already. Like,
I do kind of wish Weiss was there for that moment. That, like, god damn.
Yeah, but like a couple more like of the jealous Blake things. Like, okay, the moment Yang says, "I'll take Diana to Alice," I'll go with you.
It's like just
Like she realized she got way too into that.
yeah. It's like oh, I'll go with you. Road trip. Sounds fun.
Okay, if Erin Zek ever opens up her cameo like thing again, I know what I want her to say now. I really want her as Blake to say, "Why is she touching my Yang? Where's she going with my Yang?" I don't know. It's just an idea in my head that made me laugh.
Yeah. Let's see, and then I guess there's Weiss and Batman. If we're gonna move on to them.
Okay, thank you for not doing what the comic did. Jesus Christ! Oh my god, that decision was awful.
You know, I feel like asking if I want to know, but I also feel like the answer is a solid no. So you know what? I'm not gonna press on it.
Okay, well, but they also somewhat hinted at it in one scene in particular, but then it's immediately shot down by Wonder Woman.
I love the scene where Wonder Woman's like introduced to Weiss. I it's fun because like we're at this point in RWBY where there's a lot of like really dark moments, really depressing moments. So whenever we get these like wacky anime, like chibi animations, they're great. I love them.
Yeah.
It's like there's one with Jessica as she's like pouting, and I'm like, I'm just like, okay, that's adorable. So like Batman introduces Weiss to Wonder Woman, and just the animation on her is great. I love it. I guess I probably should comment on that scene even more because there's a okay. So there's a bit of a
thing that I'll admit, yeah, that was weird.
Okay, so basically, Batman goes through a bit of an odd character arc in this movie.
Yeah.
Because it's basically what his conflict, so to speak, is, well, now I have powers. I feel like I should stay here. And it's just like, okay. It's like you've done pretty well without powers before. I guess he does say like he never felt like he needed them, but it's like now that he has them, it's like
he
it's also weird because like there's like tons of Batman media where he gets powers and he just like gives them up. Like for instance, he one time gets like a Green Lantern ring, uses it like once, and then is like, nah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, considering this is like a different take, or like,
yeah.
Because the thing with adaptations, you can't just say, oh, everything that happened in the comics, like that happened with this Batman, like.
Oh, I
yeah,
know, but
no.
like at the same time, it's like he's got like there's a likely case that there's like a Robin back home as well. Like he's got like Alfred, he's got like his friends back home. He might have like a Robin at this point. I don't know about it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't mention anything. But like if like he's got one of the Robins as well, he'd just be like leading them. So it was a bit weird. I understand it's an adaptation. You can't do everything perfectly, and I think they wanted to try and give Batman some kind of like arc in this.
Yeah. Also, it's their version of Bats, so like whatever. Like
exactly.
It's like I don't care. I don't like. It's weird. And I'm not too into it, but at the same time, it's also a 20-second scene, and they don't bring it up again until like near the end of the movie when he makes his decision. So like, whatever. Like it's.
Exactly.
Well, I'll just say anything they did with Batman in this is gold compared to. Oh, God. All-Star Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Also, I want to bring this up as well, even though, like, we just mentioned those, like, criticisms. I like what they do with Batman with the other stuff in this film. Like, I like that he isn't, like, instantly good with, like, his semblance or, like, on his powers. Like, he needs to do it a few times before he's actually able to use them properly. He jokes around with, like, well, not jokes around, but he's not, like, super serious with, like, Weiss or, like, Superman or anything. Like he has like some banter with them as well.
Yeah, I like his line. I got me some wings.
Yeah, exactly. Like they have fun with Batman. It's not just like super serious, edgy Batman who's then like, I need prep time, and then just walks off into the dust lab.
And it's also not like he's just treated like an unstoppable badass. Or...
Yeah, thank God for that.
I like that they say, yeah, he's not infallible.
Yeah, because, like, he does take hits. He does, like for instance, with the scene with Weiss when they have their, like, brief fight, he's on the losing end of that for, like, a portion of it.
Yeah.
But, like, he has his... But, like, they don't make him super weak either, because, like, despite, like, Kilgore having, like, Flash's super speed, Batman gives him the hands.
Yeah.
And, like, Batman
he's him
also...
in the gut, too.
Yeah. And Batman also has a moment where he gets to save RWBY. He figures out help figure out how to get them home and everything. He's like shown to be very intelligent and analytical. So
yeah, they show off his detective side in a way that I really like.
Yeah.
I also just like how his semblance is essentially like one of the things from the Arkham games, where like
Yes!
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, so these crossovers, they can never decide what semblance to give Batman. Like, the first batch of comics, it's he can whistle and break glass.
Lame.
Which is
Okay.
stupid.
The second one, they call it precog. It's basically Spider Sense. They just made him Spider-Man.
Lame.
Boy-man.
Yeah. This one, it's just detective mode.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Like,
It is-
detective
it is-
vision.
Detective Vision from Arkham Asylum games, which I think was a fantastic choice.
And it
Yeah.
helps him, like, you know, figure things out in a pretty cool way.
Yeah, it lets, because like they have Batman be cool, they have Batman do Batman things, but they also don't have Batman be like, I am unstoppable. I
Yeah.
spent 15 minutes learning about dust, so now I am God.
Yep.
You know, which they sometimes do in other Batman stories, where it's like, okay, I learned this piece of information. And
It's
now in
honestly
20
why
seconds,
I honestly kind of hate the idea of Batman being a Justice Leaguer. It's like I know it's like a lot of people consider like the most interesting thing about Batman is that he's a normal dude in this world full of like gods and superheroes. It's like on one hand I kind of get that, but on the other hand I kind of feel like they go overboard with it. Because
I
like
think it depends on how it's written personally.
I mean, yeah,
think
that's
you
also
have-
true.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like
Like,
there's-
just stories where he's a part of the team and like the animated show, for instance. Like that's Batman, where he gets to be cool. He shows why he's a good member of the team, but he's not infallible and can do everything by himself. He like goes through an arc where he learns you need the Justice League.
right.
I need to be a part of a team to get more stuff done.
And there are clips of him, like, admittedly, yeah, one-upping the Justice League in, like, a really cool way. Like, I've seen this clip of him, well, Green Lantern's asking a whole bunch of questions, like, oh, what are your powers? Wait, you're not just some dude in the back, are you? That's it?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that too.
Then he just holds up the ring. What does this do? And as soon as Hal realizes, oh, he has my ring, just, oh, costume's gone.
Yep.
How'd you do that? You weren't concentrating.
It's like you can do Batman well in like a Justice League environment and have him shine without him becoming like the Bat God meme. Where
Yeah.
it's like,
But it's just I don't think
I
like
have prepared for this.
yeah. It's just I just think like I'm more used to them not doing that. I'm more used to Batman being like when he's part of the Justice League being super heavily involved in these like Justice League level threats, and I'm like, dude, you're a normal dude. You're a normal dude with Kevlar armor and tons of gadgets, yes, but you're still a normal dude.
Anyway, let me blow up the sun.
Yeah. So it's like, so honestly, I know a lot of people view that as the most interesting thing about Batman. Personally, I'm kind of the opposite.
I think it is interesting depending on how they handle it. Like they can have Batman be smart, have like his contingency plans and everything, but then you get to the point where people just depict him as like a god.
Yeah,
and
but it's like
he can do any.
I'm more of a fan of Batman when he's fighting his own rogues gallery, or when he's
like
doing
when they have
actual
the-
freaking detective stuff. Not
That's why I like the Patterson Batman so much, because it like took him to more of like a realistic level.
but it's like, and even like in this movie, like he gets powers, but it's like the main power he gets that's actually like useful in a hand-to-hand fight is he can fly now. Yippee!
But like he learns how to like deal with that power, and he even goes, "Oh, how can Clark do this?"
I
Yeah.
love that line.
Yeah, that's great.
Also,
Although,
talk about the best.
Admittedly,
Sorry,
for
go ahead.
one, Bruce, Clark doesn't have wings.
Mhm.
That is also true.
Meanwhile, Hawkman's over here like, oh, well, I guess I don't exist. I know I'm not wanted.
To be fair,
I'm gonna go
who
and be in
cares-
the Black Adam movie.
Who cares about Hawkman? Like,
Ouch.
Ow.
I mean,
Hawk Girl would probably be a different story because she's like at least in the
At
at least
first,
in
I
the
thought you
cartoon.
said Hot Girl.
No, I didn't say Hawk Girl, but like Hawkman specifically. Like he was cool in Black Adam. Like I'll
Yeah,
say that.
he was all right in Black Adam.
But like, yeah. But I think we have to talk about one of the best scenes in the entire movie. The piano scene.
Yeah.
Oh, the pianist stole the show in that moment.
Absolutely.
So Bruce takes the key to the dust lab from Jock, and then they find out that the key's missing.
Oh, speaking of that whole bit, just the way he tries to get information from Weiss and blend in as best he can.
Yeah.
It's just I usually like to find a secluded room. Oh, I guess a dust lab for me would be dust. Like a specific kind or general? Yeah. All kinds, right, because dust is an energy source.
I thought I knew all these.
You were so smooth up until that point.
It was right up until that point. Like
he was trying to put the moves on Weiss at one point, I feel like, and then it all went downhill for him.
Yeah. So it's but yeah, that fight was great. It's Batman takes out this one guy, and then all of a sudden the pianist is like, "Oh, okay, so we're in an action scene now. All right, got it."
Yeah, and then I also like it when he's in the air. Batman looks down at the pianist, and the pianist just gives him an enthusiastic thumbs up look. You're doing great. Keep going.
Oh, this is getting intense.
The worst thing is, technically speaking, that guy was a creation of Kilgore.
That's true.
Aw, man.
Which is such a shame because I would hope that he was an actual person in Atlas and he survived to past volume 8, and then we could have
put him in volume 10, please.
Yeah,
there you go.
Put him in volume 10.
You don't even need to give him a voice actor.
Nope.
Yeah, just have him be near your fights and then just pull out instruments.
Oh god, could you imagine I don't know, say they put on a dance in Vacuo to, boost morale, make everybody feel good. Tyrion crashes it, and you don't even call attention to it, but the music changes. He's just there in the background playing the piano.
Yeah, it's my time has come.
Terrified out of his mind by what Tyrion's doing, but still keeping up the music.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Then Tyrion just looks at him thank you for setting the mood.
Yeah. Okay, and then basically Team Juniper with Flash, Lantern, Cyborg, and Vixen. More so than beside Lantern. Okay, Vixen again is just kind of there. She doesn't really have much interaction with any of them.
Yeah. She's definitely the least plot relevant of them.
Yeah. It's she's still neat. I'm not complaining that she's there, but it's
yeah, she still gets some cool things to do in fights, and I love her sass.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there's that moment where she trips Barry. It's whoops, sorry. I think that my main thing for this is Ren and Nora with Cyborg.
Okay, so we get two different kinds of jealous people in this movie. We get jealous Blake, who's more so well, ish, but nothing to worry about, really.
Playful jealousy.
Yeah, playful. Ren is a bit more on the...
Yeah.
He's closer to the toxic side.
Yeah.
He's not full-on toxic about it, but it's just
No. But I'm not gonna lie.
A bit aggressive at times.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not into it.
Yeah.
Although he does have one line that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
When Cyborg just says, "This is the most you've said to me all day. I barely speak to anyone." You know what? Fair point.
Fair enough.
It's he's not wrong.
No, he's not. Although even on the opposite side, it's I'm not really a fan of Ren or Nora in this, honestly. Which is kind of unfortunate because like it's been so long since we've seen these two, so it's like I'm glad to see them again, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. I feel like something's off here. It's like Nora tries to put on this whole like yeah, strong, independent woman. It's like on one hand, I appreciate the message, but on the other hand, Nora, you were more than once you were very close to dying. So like,
yeah,
maybe thank the help a little bit. Like
in the scene where it's like it's Cyborg and Nora talking, and then Ren butts in. I think it's fine there, but like when Nora's about to like fall from like 500 feet, and then like Cyborg catches her.
Yeah.
And then she said, "I didn't need your help." That I took issue with.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Also, I was just gonna say, I feel like I like some of Nora's attitude, like the whole, oh, so we don't have to kill him. I'd like to see you try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me clarify.
Oh,
like I don't hate Ren and Nora in this movie. Like they're overall they're fine. It's just the majority
the whole
of
jealousy thing was a bit.
Yeah. It's almost like a. It was
you
almost.
got it right with Blake and Yang. This is a bit far.
Yeah, it was almost like a love triangle sort of thing. And I already hate that trope. So it's like.
It's also very weird because like Cyborg. I suppose it. No, actually, because like by the time of Volume 7, they're all like Ren and Nora, like what, like 20, 21, I think.
It might be 19. I think they're 19.
They'd be 19.
Okay. But then, like in most, iterations, Cyborg is usually like 25. Like sometimes he's younger in like Teen Titans stuff, but like usually when he's in the Justice League, he's like mid-20s. So it's a little bit weird.
That's honestly the least of my concerns, to be honest.
I'm also just not big into crossover shipping.
No, I'm not either.
That was one of the kind of like the turn-offs from the original comic run for me. They kind of like turned me away from it because I heard like shipping stuff in it.
Like, if you're gonna write a romance with one of your characters, have it be someone from the same universe.
Yeah.
Because then it kind of gets like fanfic territory, and not to knock people that write fanfics, obviously, but like,
right.
You know.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hi, how are you doing? It's like hi, nice to meet you.
Then again, mine is like very, very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, generally I'm not too crazy on like with fanfics especially, is like a lot of people like to like insert their OCs and make relationships out of them, and I'm like, I mean, to each his own, I guess, but it's like, like if you're gonna like there's a few that I read that are trying to be as like close to canon as possible, while still obviously like, you know, it still revolves around their own OCs, which is fair, but it's like, I don't know. Like, if you're gonna do that, at least keep the relationships the same. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
It's like, again, it's your story. Do whatever you want with it, but it's just, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of Ren, Nora, or Cyborg's chemistry here. Like, I get what they're trying to do, but it's just And like, there are times when. But it's also like there are times when like Cyborg and Ren save each other. Like Ren saves Cyborg and Cyborg's like, yeah, okay, cool, thanks, pal. And Ren's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Cyborg saves Ren and Ren is like, I'm like, Ren, seriously? It's like, does it hurt these people to say thank you? Like,
yeah.
Like I feel like. I feel like they just avoid that.
There's like different characters, or when like when Superman says, "Oh, we should do this," and the RWBY characters are like, "Well, you know, F you," or like when.
Yeah, I'm not into that either, honestly.
Yeah,
it's like I get like
we should do this. And Nixon's like F you. Like
I get tensions are high, and you know, there's also Cyborg saying, "Well, who are you, pipsqueak?" to RWBY.
Right, but I'm also talking like before that when they're like planning what to do. Like they need to find Batman. They need to find Jessica's ring. They need to deal with the Grim. Like Superman. It's like, all right, how about we split up? And Yang, Blake, and Nora are like, hey, how about we don't follow you into battle? It's like, you don't know your way around. So I'm like, okay, I mean, yeah, on the one hand, you're right, but on the other hand, it's like, I know you don't know this guy, but it's bloody Superman. Like, he knows what he's doing.
But, like, even despite that, it's like, if RWBY said it, they would have thought it was a good idea. Like, that's kind of the issue that I take with. It's not that they don't like the idea, it's the fact that they just don't like who's saying it. It's like if RWBY said we should split up and do this, this, and this, everyone in like all the RWBY characters, or like at least like Yang, Nora, and Red and all that would have been fine with it. But because Superman said it, it's like, well, F you, Superman. Or like if RWBY said it first, it'd be like Vixen and Cyborg, like F you, RWBY. You know? Yeah.
I don't think that. I don't know. The Justice League don't seem that way, because like when even in that scene, like Vixen does stop the argument and it's like they do have a point. I'm like, I mean, I guess they're again, it's like they're right. Like on the one hand, yeah, sure, the Justice League don't know their way around, but on the other hand, you really don't think they know what they're doing. Like, I know you've only known each other for a collective total of like 5 minutes, but still, it's like you've seen them in action. They're more capable. They're more capable than you may think. So it's like, chill out, all right? I get it. Tensions are high, but still, calm down.
Yeah.
And then like
you get that with like any team up. It's just like there's always some kind of conflict.
Yeah. I suppose you gotta try and like create some kind of like tension there.
Yeah, but then like in the battle, like Superman, like RWBY's trying to give out a plan, and Superman gives out a plan. And even though RWBY is fully accepting of it and would have come up with the plan herself, Nora is just like, yeah, I don't follow you. Screw you. I'm like, what? It's like RWBY agreed to the plan, and Nora was still like, no, screw you. Well, I mean, she still did it, but like, but that's because RWBY agreed to it, not because Superman gave off the idea, not because the idea was good. And I'm just like, guys, like I know you don't know each other, at least not fully, but you've clearly given off that like you do trust each other to some extent. But the way they acted at certain points throughout this movie could have convinced me otherwise. And I'm not really a big fan of that. I'm not really a big fan of like they meet this new team and all of a sudden they don't trust each other. They don't like each other. I'm like, I don't know. That's another trope I was never really a big fan of. I don't know. Maybe it's because I know both sides of the spectrum here. Like I know Team RWBY. I know the Justice League. It's like so like I know I'm looking at this with like hindsight, but still, it's like it's never really been a story trope that I've been a big fan of. So yeah, it's fun. It's like with how fun this movie is. Like there's a lot of like, and again, it's not really like meant to be like this big masterpiece of a movie. Like it's not meant to be like this masterclass Shakespearean movie or anything like that.
No, it's just meant to be a fun crossover.
Which it is.
Yeah, which it is. But it's just like there's quite a few moments that kind of like pile up, and I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like they could have done better. It's like I don't think the Batman's whole character arc, the chemistry between Ren and Cyborg, which went nowhere fast. The whole chemistry between Ren and Cyborg, the kind of missed opportunity with Pyrrha. Oh, also we didn't even mention, Osmond, Oscar, and Glinda show up too, but they're also not real. And they're fake, like AIs essentially. Yeah. It's funny because like they put Oz and Oscar in the cast list well before this movie came out. I'm just like, oh, cool.
Oscar and Osmond got like 3 lines each.
Yeah. I was just like,
I mean, they also had Rolf, and everyone was like, "Who the hell is Rolf?" Like, and like theorizing who he could be.
and it was just this random guard. It was just this random guard that Wonder Woman takes out in like 2 seconds.
We didn't get the Ed and Eddie crossover we deserved.
Oof.
The son of a shepherd did not show up this day.
Damn.
Kilgore would have experienced the mighty free shoe beating.
So yeah, I don't really know what else we can really say.
I mean, I have like a few moments I do want to gush about, just of course they're all to do with Blake.
Surprising no one, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's like, look, that moment between her and Carly, like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was great.
Oh, that was so cute!
Kind of hate the fact that it wasn't actually Carly. It's just like...
Yeah.
It was still cute, okay? And like, that whole action scene, like, with them in the jet...
Oh, yeah, that was sick.
Like, fight alongside Wonder Woman. Dude, that was so cool. Also, Blake tames and rides a Lancer.
I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
Which was cool, too.
It was cool.
It was, and I regret not buying something because I was like, oh my god, she did the thing.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a picture of the thing. Yeah, and when the bikes come in, Blake is so goddamn cool on the bike.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great on the bike. Oh, what the heck? Okay.
That is official merch.
Wow.
It's sold out, but
of course it is.
Like riding that Lancer, I was like, oh my god, she did the thing.
She did the thing.
She did the thing. Oh, I mean, if you want to talk about Blake on a motorcycle, Yang on a motorcycle, I know there's Bumblebee, but like, I love Yang like riding a bike into a Grim, like jumping off of it. That face she makes too, like as she's like screaming "Incoming!" I'm like, that is like some straight up like Avatar, like facial expression, and I love it.
Yeah.
Also, when Weiss was on the back of Wonder Woman's, just like using a gravity glyph to like hold herself up and like still fight.
Yeah.
God, that was cool. And like Blake using Nora like a freaking flail.
I know, that was sick.
Oh, that was awesome.
It's like I've done this with Yang so many times. Let's do it with someone else for a change. Of all the people she picked Nora.
I mean, Nora was right there.
I know. I'm not complaining. It's just fun.
Like when the final battle starts, it's just pure fun throughout.
Yeah.
Like everyone gets that moment to kick ass. And it's just like, look, seeing Batman and Superman like fight and fly alongside each other.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
I mean, that kind of is just most of the movie, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's just fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just cool fun.
Yeah. It's like I really didn't want anything out of this movie other than to just have some fun with it, and I did. It's like
Yeah.
I wasn't asking for anything on the level of like recent RWBY volumes. I wasn't asking for that. Like I was like, and I didn't get that. I didn't want it. So I wanted to see Ruby Rose and Superman fight alongside each other, and I got that. It's like this is a very simple movie. So like
you got to see Superman fly up and punch a wyvern in the face.
Yeah, like it's like what more could you want out of this? But yeah, like I mean, it's not gonna be like winning any awards or anything like that. Like it's no like masterpiece or anything like that. And there are some.
But that wasn't the intention in any way.
No, it wasn't. And there are some genuine problems I have with it, but other than that, yeah, this movie's fun. It's like so it's basically all I wanted out of this was just fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hey, color me intrigued for part 2.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do with part 2 now, with how they ended it with Team RWBY wondering like, oh, who could have done this?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see until then.
Yeah.
Though I'm sure we'll find something out at like RTX time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, which hopefully me and Brobuscus will both be at.
I did buy my badge, so
Nice.
Oh, you
What'd you
did.
get?
there we
Oh,
go.
you did?
I got the standard weekend badge. I'm not made of money, so
Valid. I feel that.
like some of those like
Meanwhile, I got myself platinum.
it's like some of those other badges. I'm like, yeah, okay, those perks sound cool, but they're also like $400. So like, no, thank you.
Yeah, okay, I saw a few people with Ultra last year.
It's like,
And
bruh.
It's like way too rich for my blood.
Yep. Yeah, those ultra
like-
badges are $1,400. I'm like, no, thank you. It's like,
Whilst I wait for a winning lottery ticket.
yeah.
I'm sorry. $1,400.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yep. The platinum is like 450. I'm like, that's a little much for me.
That's what I got.
So I'm just like, nah, I'll just get the standard weekend badge for like $100, please and thank you.
Alright, so that's your badge, flight and hotel?
I still need to find a flight. I booked an Airbnb. I did get a hotel. The hotels are too expensive. So, but last thing on my to-do list is to find a flight. But as of this moment, I am going to RTX.
Nice.
So, finding
What day are you arriving in Austin?
the 6th, Thursday. Day before
Thursday.
the day before the convention starts.
Oh, okay. I'll be there Wednesday.
Okay.
I mean, 'cause I gotta spend at least a day recovering and like.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. My thing was like finding a flight that like that would probably be a little too expensive, and I'd have to ask for that extra day off. I'm already planning another trip in June, so I don't know. Probably not worth it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I just recommend bring your Switch and Mario Kart.
I will keep that in mind. I will try to remember that. So yeah. So there's your little announcement for this video, I guess. Yeah, as of this moment, unless scheduling turns out to be a huge pain or flights turn out to be way too freaking expensive, I am going to RTX this year. So
Nice.
there you go.
What is your plan if flights are too much?
Cry. It's like, I don't know.
just gotta figure something out, I guess.
I mean, like the other option is drive, but that's more time off I'm gonna have to take, and also I doubt I can make it from Florida to Austin.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's a long trip.
That's a long trip.
what
And just
about
for
train?
and just for a 3-day convention, driving is not worth it.
I mean, there's trains, isn't there? Wouldn't that be an option?
Is
or is that not?
I actually don't know.
Like, I don't know what the American train system is like. Like, for us in the UK, it's usually like, oh, if you can't get a bus or a flight, you know, there's a train option.
Huh. It's the first time hearing of it. I mean, that's possible. That's a thing, but
Plus, if you have to get anywhere in London, it's just tube.
Yeah, it's much better just to get the tube.
Yeah.
Well, if I find a flight like
wait,
tomorrow, if I find a flight like tomorrow or something, I should probably be fine.
No. The last thing I need to do is just book my visa.
Nah. Yeah, for me, it's like
just like go online, just fill out some stuff, done.
But yeah, for me, it's like I've already booked an Airbnb. I've already gotten the time off. I've already bought my badge. So all I really need to do now is just find a flight, and hope I don't have to. Hope I don't have to shill a freaking mortgage out of it. That's what I would have had to do if I had booked a hotel, because some of those hotels, like the hotels that are in Austin, they're like $200 a night. Staying there for like 3 or 4 nights. Like, again, that's no thank you. Like, again, I am not made of money. Like,
This is awkward.
yeah, well,
because I'm staying at the Hilton.
Well, it's like the Airbnb I found, like some of the Airbnbs I found were like, it was about that much, if not slightly more, for the entire trip. It's like not just a night, but like just to stay there until I decide to leave.
Jesus.
So it's like, I could either do that, or I could book a hotel and lose pretty much any money I have. Gee, I wonder what it is I'm going to be doing. It's like, yeah, it might be farther. It might be a little further away from the convention center, but I also like money. I would like to keep what I have.
Plus, it lets you be a bit more flexible as well.
That too.
At an Airbnb.
Yeah, that too.
You don't have to worry about like checkout times or check-in times or any sort of like restrictions they might have or something in the hotel.
I mean, I paid for the 3 nights, like Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and then I leave on Sunday. But aside from that, like I don't think there's any like specific restrictions on like when exactly I'm supposed to get there. As long as I just like when I get there and when I leave, as long as it's on those days, I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I leave on Monday. I'm just gonna be alone again that day.
Oof.
Oh well, like RTX is super easy to make new friends.
Exactly.
Well, that's
I
good.
say this as someone that is not going to RTX and will not be going this year.
Oof.
One day.
One day.
I am hoping that next year I will be able to make the trip to RTX.
If we can, if a year comes up where we can all go, then we need to do something.
Yeah.
I
mean, it would be cool to do like a live podcast with.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that'd be sick.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, like, we could always like end up using my room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I have something that I'm taking with me that I want to get signed by RWBY people.
Oh, neat.
Oh, what's that?
Okay, so it's not gonna be like this
that one moment.
By the way, the movie discussion is over. In case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, it's
Basically.
kind of like just like the ending bit that we're just talking about some other stuff.
Yep. Oh, nice.
I'm taking this picture with me.
Oh, that's cool.
I should make
Be
something.
like, yep, these are my OCs. Like, what do you think?
I should make something for that too. I don't know. I'm a big death battle YouTuber, so maybe I can make something for the death battle people to sign.
Yeah.
That's what I did last year.
I'm very well aware of that. I put it on screen on a podcast at one point. I was like, no, I'm not jealous. What are you talking about?
It's actually a secret second Aaron signature. Yeah, you've got to shine light on it at the right angle, but it is there.
Huh. Alright. But
Her reaction to that print is just so goddamn precious.
yeah, I saw that. Alright, well I guess that's that. So hope you guys enjoyed. What did you think about this movie? Let us know. And how excited are you for part 2?
Also, did you know who Kilgore was, like, before this?
I'm
Yes, you did.
actually very curious to see how many people actually knew about the guy.
Yeah, because when he was revealed, I was just like, am I supposed to know who that is?
like Wikipedia barely knows who he is, so
I'm looking forward to the one diehard kill horse stand.
I know, right?
Like there's like everyone like there's at least one person whose favorite character is probably going to be Kilgore, and
yeah,
you know,
probably.
they're gonna be super happy with this.
My time has come.
I've been waiting years for this moment. Finally.
My time to shine has arrived. Yay!
They mocked me for years, but now, who is the winner?
They continue to mock him in the movie.
Yep. And then, you know, I kind of did a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge on it, but we're talking about next. I think it's next time. We're gonna dive into Ice Queendom. I think.
Yeah.
So.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I'm gonna gush about Blake some more.
And I'm gonna complain some more, specifically about the first 3 episodes. So look forward to that.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Well,
For me, specifically, it's episode 3.
yeah, I was about to say more so episodes 2 and 3, but mostly 3. Episode 3 almost turned me off from the show, so there's a little.
I do remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, so there you go. There's a little sneak peek for you guys.
Yeah, and I think episode 3, like, when me and Max were talking about it, like, that's when we were probably the most negative.
Yeah, so look forward to that, I guess.
Also, look
but-
forward to my like blind opinions on Ice Queen. I've only seen episode 1,
Oof.
Oh my god.
so I'll be watching for that. And you'll be hearing my reactions to that.
Yeah. And of course, we still have, like, other ideas
Yeah.
and stuff.
You know, like the books. We could also
Yeah.
do one on Arrowfell, I guess.
I kind of want to do like a full like. I don't do game reviews as much anymore, but I kind of want to like go back to it like and talk about Arrowfell.
One thing I'll say is, I don't know if this was intentional. It probably wasn't, but they kind of made, like, the most overpowered person in the game.
So
yeah, easy.
so I've seen. I still haven't played the game, but I've seen that much. Yeah. So Yeah, so I guess next time will be Ice Queendom episode 1. I'm guessing that's. I don't think we're gonna like.
Oh, we're doing Ice Queendom episodically.
I guess like we gotta do something. We gotta like I feel like we gotta do something for this hiatus. So,
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Ice Queendom episodically then. Let's do it.
Look, as long as I'm not doing that thing again where I'm getting like over 100 screenshots and shifting between Personas 4 and 5 music constantly for every scene.
No.
It's like
probably not.
I'm proud of myself for doing that for Max and Mate, but like never again, please.
Oh, here's an interesting question. Does Ice Queendom have the subtitle?
I don't think so.
I will check.
But yeah, I guess there's our quota for this episode.
Oh wait, you know what? It's still on the RT site, I think.
Oh, is it?
I think.
I haven't been on the RT site in a hot minute, so.
Oh yeah, I'm the same.
Alright, I'm just gonna pull up episode 1 see if Okay,
like
it just says none.
Okay. Like, I honestly don't think I've been on the RT site since, like, Gogeta vs. Vegito came out.
Okay, I need to
like
log back into my account, apparently.
Like, it's been that long. I probably would need to log back into my account, too.
Yeah, same, to be honest.
Yeah, Ice Queendom is still on there.
Huh. Interesting.
With subtitles.
Okay. Cool.
Get wrecked, Crunchyroll.
Cool.
See, Crunchyroll, this is how you do it.
There you go.
Goddamn subtitles.
Oh yeah, now there's straight up no subtitles on Crunchyroll. Alright. Sorry, what?
I was just making the joke, like, this is where I put my subtitles, if I had some.
Well, okay, anyways, I don't know, I think Ice Queendom's too big to, like, I know it's only 12 episodes, but I feel like it's too big to do, like, the whole thing, in one episode, so.
Yeah, that's true. It's like 12, like, 24-minute episodes each, so it's...
Yeah.
It'd be a lot to do in, like, one sitting. But I'm down to do it, like, episode by episode, or we could even do it, like, in chunks of, like, 3 if we wanted to.
Yeah, fair enough.
I guess we could.
So, I'm down for whatever.
But yeah, we're also
I
probably...
get to talk about how great Blake is and how awesome of a voice actor Aaron Zek is, so...
Yeah.
It's gonna make me happy.
Yeah, we're also probably gonna do, like, a big Volume 9 review like we did with Volume 7. Why we didn't do it for Volume 8, I have no idea, but we didn't, so...
Yeah. Also, there's a soundtrack discussion possibility.
Oh, true.
True.
There's also the chance we'll be getting the soundtrack pretty soon, considering that this has all been done for a while.
True.
And some songs have already been released.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just waiting for the rest of them to drop.
I look forward to hearing the full version of RWBY.
I bet you are.
So yeah, we've got plenty of RobustCast RWBY Edition content coming soon, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll keep trucking through that hiatus.
Let's be real, the hiatus is going to be longer than our current plan, so...
Oh, probably, but hey, look, we can be optimistic.
True.
Also, there's still the possibility that a RWBY character could be in this season of Death Battle.
That too?
I guess.
So we could have a crossover episode again, like with...
I would actually be super down for that. Like, whenever, like, I've been thinking, like, whenever a RWBY character shows up, like, just do a crossover. Like,
yeah, because, like, why not, you know?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, might as well. But, I mean, I'd have to look through the cipher again, but I don't know. I guess it's not impossible, but I don't know where you could fit a RWBY character in there, but we shall see.
I'm just thinking of like ones that I think will be fitting for this season. Like, okay, let's keep holding off on RWBY v Marco. Like, I don't know, ones I could see happening, maybe Jean vs. Sokka, Senda v Azula. I think those are like the two big ones. You could do RWBY vs. TMNT if you wanted to.
Right. I just don't know where they'd... Like, we saw the Cypher, so I just don't know where they'd fit in on that, but also that Cypher is like...
I guess it could do Neo v Toga, because, like, Neo's story is done now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also Toga versus Toko, though.
Yeah, fair.
It's like... I already don't like Toga. I don't want to see her put up against, like, another character I don't like.
Yeah, but then either Toga dies or Neo dies, you know? So... But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. But yeah,
I completely forgot about the Cypher until you mentioned it, I'll be honest.
It's like I didn't even think about it.
Every
like...
time you say that, I just keep thinking of the Pokemon.
Yeah. Because, like, when you said the Cypher, I was like, what the hell is the Cypher?
Cypher!
That's Scyther. He's like, that's... Okay, anyways. But yeah, we got a lot in store. Even with Volume 9 over, we've got some plans, and we're gonna hopefully continue to truck through them during this hiatus. So we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Not this time.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. So with that said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Link is awesome in this movie.